Wait, no, stop! Wait, I'm recording? Wait, hang on, I wasn't ready for Namco. The other company besides Nintendo that actually has some decent stuff. Mostly just for their arcade games alone. Of course, besides Mario games, my favorite arcade game is Galaga. I mean, hey, I like Galaga, it's a really good game and actually is really fun and enjoyable. Leave me alone. So something that you might have not known is that most of the time, the only Namco games I actually really know about were Pac-Man, Galaga, and Dug, believe it or not. But now it was 2015, Pac-Man's 35th anniversary. One of the things that they released was, yup, the Pac-Man Connect and Play, something I used to own. And now why I'm making a video about it is because, well, I'm gonna take a look at it. Well, will you look at that, just in time, I think the package has arrived. What the? Gamer Harpy 205, what are you doing here? Oh yeah, you're my first cameo. It seems like now I've given out a shout out. I guess you have to wait for the next video to probably get shout out, and yeah. So now I got the box, and yeah, I was pretty excited to actually get it a bit earlier than I was expecting, and yeah, I was pretty excited for it. And now I guess it's just time to take a look at this thing and unbox it. Wow, it looks amazing. And honestly, it does look a bit broken, but the thing looks still intact, so that's pretty cool. Alright guys, so we're gonna unbox the thing now. Let's do it. You can't really see me do it, so I'm gonna probably put it to the side. I want to keep this box, so even if it's in bad condition, or kind of decent condition, even if it's in kind of bad condition. Alright. Sorry, you can't see all of this. Be free! Oh, there we go. There we go, be free! Ow. Oh, don't worry, I didn't get hurt. Oh wow, there's a nice little manual here. I'm probably gonna read it off camera. Okay, wow, I gotta say, this is actually a pretty nice manual. If you never played like something on the likes of, I don't know, Xevious, you can read that if you want. There's Mappy, I'm completely stoked on how well this thing is in great condition. This is in great condition, man. Just a bunch of other things, whatever, yeah. Whatever. Let's just get out of my sight. Oh, great! It's the final boss, the Pac-Man himself. All right, come on, move, Toadette. Okay. I don't know how to get this out. Package. Oh, that took forever. I think the controller here is okay. It's definitely kind of uncomfortable. It's not that bad, really. Those buttons, they're pretty shallow. Like you don't need a lot of force to press them. Switch, pretty easy. And the joystick, it's probably, if not the lightest joystick I ever touched. Not sure if it's a good thing. There's a lot of flinginess to it. But I definitely have to give you a comparison to my arcade 1-up countercade, because this is just cheap. But you know what? I paid $45 for this thing. So I guess this is what I get. Also as well, that beam right there is pretty thick, I have to say. Look how nice that thing feels. It's like a dream. Buttons, like, oh. I have officially think that it is now time to power this thing on. So let me see where the input is. Is this one? No. Nope. Okay. It's on. What? Hey, it's on. Uh, uh, um, okay, it's working. It's kind of, it's like glitching up. Oh, it is, okay, I can't. Alright, so, after some setting up, so I just decided to go to my sister's rooms. Charisma this is the first time telling you about my sister. I am sorry. You're given a shout out, alright? This took forever. Let's finally find a place. It looks really nice too. It's a bit small though. But anyways, yeah, I'm just gonna start doing some stuff. I think everyone knows about Pac-Man, so I really don't have to talk about a lot with Pac-Man. However, I do have to say it's a pretty decent version of Pac-Man, and yeah, of course these things wouldn't be as nice as you want them to be, but for the time this was honestly just something you had to deal with. But it actually does play very decently. Of course, most of these are ports. Most of the time these games are usually vertical, meaning that most of the time when ports came around, they usually have to display them in a horizontal fashion. So most of the time the score and all of the other stuff are on the side. And yeah, I have to say here, it's a pretty decent version of Pac-Man, obviously. From Namco's standards, it's pretty obvious. Now, unlike Pac-Man, this one is a bit different. Your goal is still the same. You collect all the items in the maze, but there's also as well some corridors that you unlock using keys. There's also as well a new power-up called the Super Pellet that turns Pac-Man into Super Pac-Man, where he can break through those corridors and, well, also as well go extremely fast by holding down the A button. It's a much more okay version of Pac-Man, but honestly, it's still pretty decent. But I wouldn't say I play this more often than normal Pac-Man. But it is included here on this little thing, so that's pretty cool. Okay, this one actually has never been released outside of Japan. And this is probably why a lot of people are confused with this game, as it never really seen a US release. And Pac and Pal, it's mostly the same as Super Pac-Man, but differently. You pull down cards, and, oh great, I died really early. I guess you have to find out, sorry. Okay, to be really honest, this is more of just Pac-Man, but I guess harder and different. You collect power pellets, and when you do, either 3 out of the 4 ghosts turn blue, or the entire maze. It's a really confusing game, honestly. It's just watch this whole entire game play out. It's very confusing. And most of the time, it's just kind of the charm of the game. You don't really see this one being re-released, because I believe it was published by Ballet Midway. The same people who made Miss Pac-Man, along with Namco themselves. It's okay. I absolutely don't really need to talk about, like, anything at all. This is actually not even a new game. This is actually Pac-Man, but you start at level 255. And, yeah, it's just basically you just start at that level, and if you beat that level, yeah, you get to see the, level 256. Also, as well, you start with 5 lives, which I guess is kind of cool, just in case if you don't know how to beat, like, hard version of Pac-Man. I can't believe I actually managed to do this in, like, one go, which, honestly, well, never mind. Okay, never mind. I did do it in, like, just a couple lives, probably, like, for the normal amount you get. It's just Pac-Man. It's just Pac-Man. That's all it is. It's just Pac-Man. It's the same game. I don't know why Namco had to put this on here. They rather should have put like a different game on here, or just have like a feature allow you to play this level just in the Pac-Man. I don't understand why they have it here. Yup, there it is, all of its glory. I guess this is just the bonus part of the game. I still don't understand why this is even a game. Like, at all. This is actually one of my favorite games of here. So I guess I have to explain how you play this game. So in this game, you're a mouse trying to collect all the items throughout the stage. And yeah, I died. And also as well, trying to avoid the cats, the Maukies, and Guro. You also have the ability to open and close doors by pressing the A button. And it's a pretty fun game. For some reason this does not show. I'm actually pretty decent at the game. New Rally X is a upgraded version of Rally X that was also made by Namco. I mean, all these are made by Namco. Essentially, it's the same premise. You move around a car, trying to collect flags while avoiding the red cars. By pressing the A button, you can distract the red cars using the smoke that you, I don't know. On the right-hand side, you have your fuel. This is actually its normal aspect ratio. This is a horizontal game, believe it or not. You have a fuel system which, if you run out of fuel, you will move very slowly. The red cars are essentially trying to get you. It's kind of similar as to like a Pac-Man. Not really, it's very different from Pac-Man, though a similar kind of game. You still have a similar goal in those two games, but honestly, it's still a pretty enjoyable game. And also as well, the music just kind of sounds like Pac-Man. I don't understand why, but it does. And yeah, it's pretty cool. I just realized this actual recording is a lot longer than I expected, but okay, never mind. Boscodian is a multi-directional shooter that usually uses 8 ways of controlling your ship, mostly in all 8 directions. However, this thing doesn't allow you to move in all those 8 directions because of its joystick using a 4-way. However, the goal of this game is to destroy all of these ships, and yeah, there's some other things happening on this game, but this game's a lot more complicated than you might think, even with its similar okay, I'm gonna stop talking. But anyways, it's a pretty fun game. This is also as well the earliest game to have a text, or voice acting. I think it's one of the more earlier games to have voice acting. It's also as well used in a much more cooler way. Essentially, this person tries to help you out in certain situations, depending on what's happening. Depending on what's usually happening. I would absolutely love to play this game a bit more often, but because of its limited controls and the nature of that game alone, with its 8-directional, it just makes it a little bit more annoying to play. Though, it's not impossible by any means, it's just more restrictive. I mean, it's an okay thing on here. Xevious is actually the first vertical shooter to be ever made, and actually is a pretty interesting game. You have 2 different buttons here that you use in this game, A for shooting and the B for hitting ground targets. And this game is a bit more different though. Again, this is another game, come on Namco, this is another game that uses an 8-way directional. And besides Boscodian, this is if not one of the most important features of this game. And mostly of all, I don't even know, but for some reason, my nature of that game alone with its multiple directions, it just doesn't work here. Though I was still able to get pretty far off camera, and honestly, it's not bad, but honestly, it just doesn't feel right.
I don't feel like, yeah, like I'm playing Xevious now, and it's like, oh yeah, super cool, I'm playing Xevious with a joystick. But the problem is it's using a four-way, and it's not like, you can get adjusted to this, unlike Boscodian, kind of like Boscodian, but it's just, I don't know. Alright, this is going to be a pretty hard one to explain. In Dig Dug, you're trying to pump up these things. They're called pukas, and the dragon-looking ones look like dragons. They're called flygars. The pukas have these yellow goggles on them. You can use rocks to crush enemies as well, and it's just a hard game to explain. Okay, to be pretty honest, I think Galaga is easily as popular just as Pac-Man, so I really don't have to talk about a lot of it. But if you don't know, essentially you try to destroy these bug-looking aliens. And also as well, the green ones usually try to throw down tractor beams, which will try to take you captive if you enter their tractor beam. If you shoot that one down, you'll be able to free that ship, and also as well get a double fighter. Usually when I play Galaga, I usually don't go for it, as you get longer play sessions when you don't do that. Okay, okay, let's move on. Galaxian is the first game in the Galaga series. Now, this was actually a lot better compared to Space Invaders, but most of the time people don't really like this game. I am one of those people that actually really do enjoy this game, mostly for its difficulty and also as well its pacing. Even if it's a much more slower paced game, it has a lot more difficulty to it than Galaga. It's mostly much more aiming based, and I really like that. It has a lot more precision compared to Galaga, and I have to say, it's actually a pretty decent game. Honestly, it's just not a personal favorite for many people over Galaga. And that is all of the games that are on here. So what did I think about this little thing? Well, I kind of really enjoyed every single game on here, mostly the more rare ones like Dug and Rally X and some other games. It's a pretty decent little thing, but honestly, it is a bit cheap. Was it worth $45? Absolutely not. But if it means I can have this for a couple more years, then yeah, I think I'm gonna enjoy it. So yeah,
And that marks the end of the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. And thank you all for 70 plus subscribers. I think it's pretty cool now. And for future videos, I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do next. But for now, I'll see all you guys. See ya.